Good evening. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Again, thanks to those who've been before, who subscribed already. Really appreciate it. A bit of a different one this evening. Obviously, I'm at home. I'm in my office. And I had a thought. I haven't really shown you any of my pictures yet, quite stupidly. So I thought I'd just do a few of these this evening. I thought I'd talk you through a few that I've taken recently, relatively recently, and then one that's kind of my favourite. So the first one I'll talk to you about is this one on screen at the moment. I love this photo. So this was taken in February of this year. I was really lucky. I reached out to a local photographer in Sheffield, a guy called Ash Groom. A shout out to Ash, and I'll tag his profile down below. Ash is a multi-award-winning professional wedding photographer based in Leeds and around York. And I reached out to him towards the end of last year, I think it was, to go and work with him at some weddings. And he's been really, really great. I've learned so much from Ash. But he was really good. He took me on as almost like his apprentice, really, I suppose. And we shot this wedding in February in Whitley Hall in Sheffield. This was a lovely venue, really, really pretty. A lovely couple, really welcoming. I hadn't met them before the day, so I was worried it was going to be a bit awkward when I arrived. But they were so welcoming, both of them, and Ash as well. And the whole family were fantastic. And the guys at the venue were really, really nice. This shot in particular, this was shot on my Sony. I've got a Sony A7 III, and I believe this was shot. If I look up, by the way, it's because my monitor for my screen is behind you, and it's just what I'm referencing. But yeah, this was shot on. It's a Sigma 28-75 f2.8. This scene here was really beautiful and picturesque, but in a photographer's kind of perspective, as a photographer, it was horrible. As you can see, obviously, you've got the window behind the picture. You had a chandelier up above the bride there, and you had there was a couple of spot lamps kind of up and down, and each of these light sources were all different shades of white and yellow and orange, so it was really, really tough to get a good shot. But I actually don't remember taking this picture, but obviously I did. It was on my camera, so obviously I did. But it was absolutely it's come out so well, and I was so happy with it. But yeah, it's just the colours, the framing, the way she's posed. I'm just really happy with it. But yeah, we shot obviously quite a fair few photos around this general area and the reception area of Whitley Hall. And it was really, really difficult light setting. So it did take a bit of editing, I won't lie, but editing is not my massive strong point, but I thought this came out pretty decently, so I was quite happy with it in the end. So the next photo I was going to show you guys is of a snow leopard. This photo was taken at a zoo, Chester Zoo, up in the north of England, and it was a new exhibit, and I go to take photos at the zoo quite regularly, and for some reason I hadn't gone to see the snow leopards yet, just hadn't made it around to that part of the zoo. And luckily this one day I went one Monday morning. It was beautiful sunshine, really, really quiet in the zoo as well, which is amazing. And the male and the female were really close to the like the front of the enclosure. So it couldn't have been better shooting conditions, really. This photo was actually taken through a wire mesh fence. It was with a 600mm lens on, so but it was, I don't know what millimeter, like kind of zoom it was actually shot at, but it wasn't all the way out at 600. But I just love the way it came out with the snow leopard looking straight at your face. It's absolutely ideal. I couldn't believe it when I got that one. And there was quite a few that were obviously I took quite a number in that sequence, but I think this one was definitely my favourite. But yeah, I've shot wildlife and zoo photography for a long time, so this comes a little bit more natural to me, I think, and I've done it for much longer. If you head over to my Instagram and TikTok pages, then you'll see what I mean. With my experience with that is much more varied, and it sort of comes across in these photos. I know a lot about these animals as well, so I can predict sort of behaviours and timings of when they're going to be active and when's a good photo and that sort of stuff. So yeah, hope you like those ones. But anyway, the next picture is maybe my favourite picture I've ever taken. I'll put it on the screen now, but this is shot just north of Loch Ness. I can't remember the name of the walk, but I had a little book of short walks around Scotland, and this was a part of one of them. It was in November, several years ago now. But I just love this picture. It has had minimal editing, but I love the way it looks, almost like an oil painting. It's unbelievable. I actually shot this at quite a long exposure because it was obviously to get the lines and the effects on the river. But it was shot on a suspension bridge, so it was on a tripod. But I think the exposure was a few seconds, so any sort of movement you would have picked that up on camera. So I was extremely lucky to get it so crisp. But yeah, really love this picture. I've got it as a small canvas actually. It's one of my own few of my own pictures that I've had framed. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I know it's been a bit of a different one, not very exciting, but at least you've got to see a few of my pictures. If you haven't already, please subscribe, please share it, whatever you can, that would be really appreciated. I've decided once I've hit 50 followers or subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. Not sure what that is yet. I'm only on about 8 right now, so it might be some time yet, but we'll start planning that. And if you do share, that'd be really, really massively appreciated. But anyway, thanks again. Hope to see you soon. I'll see you later.